So thank you very much, everyone. So my name is Jürgen Galler. I'm a co-founder and CEO of OnePlus X. Great to be here again. Last year. So we have an update for you all. Now, who is OnePlus X? We are actually a Swiss data technology company. We provide data as a service for large corporates, mostly in the sales and marketing environments. We're ex-Google. I worked many, many years at Google. Our co-founder, large parts of our management team is ex-Google. And we're definitely the most innovative and I think the most successful in terms of data quality, AI-powered data, B2B data tech company. Who are our customers? So generally, we work in sales and marketing, so data-driven businesses around sales and marketing, our customers. They generally have lots of data because digital business creates a lot of data, but they lack quality of data, and they recognize data as a competitive advantage. A couple of clients listed here. All of them pretty much recognize that it's not just about software as a service, but it's really also about data as a service, that you need to have the right data in order to power your business. So what is the problem that these companies face? So this circle represents the full customer data potential of, let's say, a marketer, right? So he sees a lot of interactions with users out there in his business, but in fact, only a small fraction of that is data that he can use. Is data where he has quality insights, where he actually knows his customers, knows his users. This is a situation for many different companies. So media companies are in this situation, but also commerce companies are in this situation. They have a lot of digital interactions with users, with customers, but finally they can only use a fraction of their data. How are they solving this problem? Well, they start buying data. There is a huge data market out there. There are a lot of companies that I'm sure also represented at NOAH in the past. And many actually different companies buy this data, bring it in order to understand their full customer potential, in order to get to know their customers much better. But this data is only a fraction of the potential that these marketers, media companies, commerce companies actually have. And often it's maybe old data. Now with the new data protection regulation, it's also unclear if you can just fill in third-party data like that. So to conclude that, we can say buying data is a partial solution of the general data challenge that these companies have only. It's only a partial solution to it. Now, then if we look at this and say like, okay, we have this large data need, but we only have so much actual data. How do we really achieve to close that gap? How do we actually really kind of go to our goal? How do we actually fulfill this goal of full data coverage? We at OnePlus X, so we focus on this right from the beginning. I think maybe also because we are ex-Google. But the point there is really that we say like, hey, we built an intelligence, we built a system that really, company by company, can analyze all the digital touch points with users, with customers, and can build what we call a multidimensional embedding space. Sounds a bit technical, but at the end, it's a deep learned network that is unique in this market and that really, really creates high quality data output. So you come from actually a fraction of your data user understanding to customer data to the full potential within pretty much days. So for us, the answer is artificial intelligence. This is real deep learning at multiple layers. For us, the answer is artificial intelligence to the question of how do you come from left to right. Now let me show you this a bit in an animation. Now here what you see is just a three-dimensional space, like embedding space as we call it. Our space actually has several hundred dimensions. The gray dots are users that our system automatically positions in this space. The green dots are now what we call items, objects these users have interacted with. Those can be content pieces, those can be digital represented products, different kind of items, as we call them, that have seen interaction with these users in the digital space. Now you can add all sort of items. You can add items around, in this example, ice hockey, soccer, but also products. And the distance between the user and these items has a meaning. So the closer the dots are, the stronger the intent of a user to actually interact with these kind of items. The further out, the looser that intent, the more distant that user is. So all in all, this is a really, really powerful technology to start predicting user, to actually kind of learn and to create new data around your business, especially in digital sales and marketing. Now, this again, is to represent this circle that I used at the beginning. So we use this data that you already as a company have, and we feed that into this embedding space, and we start predicting all sort of actually kind of data attributes for you. So the performance is 100% coverage of your user customer data, 100% coverage at approximately 80% accuracy. So this is a bit of a technical term, but is the quality measurement that you actually have there. Data available within hours, so it's generated through our system within hours, and it provides really significant business upside. All of our customers have not just increased their service with us, but also increased substantial revenue. Now, what data types can we predict, can we create? Social demographic data, user intent data, advertising predictions on click behavior, shopping predictions, really, really a rich set of data elements that we can predict at a very high quality. So the result, when we go to our customer and the customer deploys our technology, always is high quality at full coverage of the entire data set. Since customers don't just have the data and the activation channel and everything laying around, we built a full data management system around this. So at the core, we have our embedding space, our intelligence, and around that, we have data collection services, so we can collect data from web, from mobile, from TV, from different channels, from CRM system, from content management systems, then the entire data processing. So we basically kind of take care of all the relevant data processing, also GDPR compliant, and then obviously the entire activation when you go into activating it for your advertising, activating it for your content placement or for your product placement. Giving you an example of a customer success story that we recently had, like this is the largest Swiss media reseller, joint venture between largest broadcaster, largest telco, largest publisher. They have 2.7 million CRM data sets, but 11.7 million touch points, customer touch points. We help them to predict social demographic and to expand their social demographic data from the 2.7 to the 11.7, 4.3 times. That is significant for a media reseller, which is also an audience reseller, is a significant boost, in actually kind of sales power and in revenue. They measured our data against their own CRM system. So this is all data that they provided, putting their CRM system at 100% with 23% coverage. We at 100% coverage still provide 72% accuracy for them. And comparing this, also using Facebook Atlas to other third-party data providers, they absolutely confirmed that we are 32 percentage points better than any third-party data provider they ever used. So they literally stopped using third-party data providers. Many of our customers really can cut those costs directly. we see a lot of traction in our business since we last actually presented a year ago. We increased substantially in revenue. We increased in data that we processed, lots of data that we actually pushed through our platform, increased in team growth, increased in predictive quality. Pretty much every quarter, we see a strong increase in predictive quality. And our customer performance as well is really, really excellent. So not only cost is going down, quality is going up, revenue is going up, revenue potential is going up. This is really a healthy set of figures that we can push out there to present what we are doing. We have a cool team as well, so also a testament to the company itself, a great team with great performance. So that's why this is my last slide. This is the stronghold, a great team that actually kind of delivers innovation for our customer success. So those were my 10 minutes. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'm available the next 2 days for any questions you might have. Thanks.